I like the idea that a voice can just go somewhere uninvited, like a dirty thought in a nice, clean mind.
Back, everybody. I'm Jay. This is Real Talk. We got a special guest, Backblocks. You may know him from Overtime Hustling. You might watch Turf Tales and know him. Thank you so much for being here, man.
Backblocks, what's up, y'all? What's up, Jay? Thanks for having me. Appreciate it. Real talk. What's up, Real Talk? Let's have some real conversations. Let's get into some hip hop and some more things.
I got to start the whole show by telling you, you are killing it on Turf Tales. Fucking killing it as a host.
Appreciate that.
I said Suge, 21K, Lester, whatever you call him, because everybody calls him something else. I was like, I was blown away because I know Lonnie Dangerous a little, so I was like, this is going to be a little bit weird without him there. And then you came in and just the first show, great questions, very articulate. You control the conversation while being respectful. It's amazing. You do a great job.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much.
So the big thing is, though, every time I hear the name Backblocks from anybody, it don't matter if it's Grizz, 21K, it's Backblocks is the man behind the scenes.
Yeah, I kind of found out early that me rapping wasn't for me. I'm good at writing music, so behind the scenes. My main thing that I do is film and photography. When it comes to like that type of style with being in hip hop, that's how I kind of like really got my edge through the backgrounds of helping to produce shows and bring stuff there. So I kind of want other people to be the shine. I started off back in the days with DJing, and then I was doing like mixtapes and DVDs and just having artists and putting them on the forefront. So I always played the background for a long time, and I do like artist management and bookings and let's get some of this behind the scene paper. Everybody can't be Drake.
Right. And there's a big grind to it. And as an artist, if you have to do both, I mean, I could see it running you just tired and ragged, trying to be the one doing the music, producing the music, getting your own video, doing everything like that. You need people behind the scenes.
But I feel like, like in order to like truly be successful, you have to find your niche, find what works for you. And me being behind the scenes kind of works for me because a well-oiled machine goes a long way. And if everybody can play their part, like I don't want to be the star. I can find my way to be the star at home with my family. I can find my way to be the star in my position. I can be the star of a podcast and other things. So me just being like the mainstream artist and this and that wasn't my thing. And I found my way where I'm comfortable and people love having me around. I'm real, I'm solid. And, that's why I'm on Real Talk right now for being myself.
No, as much as I love doing the Real Talk and some of the podcasts, when we first started, I had to be on every podcast until we found enough people. And I enjoy producing it actually probably more than being on all of the shows. I like being behind the scenes. I love Real Talk because of the conversations, but with MMA Underground and like Well Beyond the Arc, I love being the producer probably as much as I love doing Real Talk.
Yeah, I mean, because it seems like as a creative, you get to kind of place things where you want it to be and bring your vision to life. So whether you host it at this point is more to show your background and what you've created as far as the Real Talk and having these conversations and piecing it together to the forefront like you have it right now.
So what kind of things do you do with videos? Like
film. I film them.
See,
yeah, I write out treatments and then I get into the filming aspect or directing them, showing artists what to do, what not to do, making sure that they keep the weapons out the videos and some things like that. Unless it's a straight artistic form and it has to be shown. But my creative background is to actually bring in to the idea to life. Showing that with every idea of creating a song that people can actually see it.
No, that's exciting to me because two of my goals are at one point to film and edit a music video for someone. And I also like pipe dream web series. I would love to do a web series.
Yeah, get to it. Why not?
Well, I'm working on a documentary right now about corruption of the Louisville Police Department from the beginning. And I'm going to call it, this is the first time anybody's going to hear it, Beyond Breonna Taylor, because that corruption goes way beyond Breonna Taylor.
Yeah.
And it is disgusting. And I'm a half hour in.
And if any way that I could find a position and help him with that, let me know.
That would be great.
I'm throwing myself out there. Come on, let's work together.
Hey, man, me and my wife always use that cheesy line, but it's true. Teamwork makes the dream work, man. It always does.
It's true. And I'm down for it, man. Anything I can do, let me know.
Oh, all right. So how did you end up messing with China Truth, man?
Me and Truth, I live in Brooklyn and also in Westchester, but me and China Truth linked up when I was out in Binghamton for a while. I was living out in Binghamton and we both happened to be out there. So we linked up out there on the scene. And then what's crazy about me and Truth is that we end up being incarcerated together. So while incarcerated together, we was like, yo, listen, you doing this, I'm doing this. We have to link up. So we would sit day in and day out, going through the worst times of our lives. You know, we both made bad decisions and we got into some shit. And we like, yo, listen, why are we in a position where we throwing our lives away and going through these, you know, trials and tribulations? We're not gonna bring it down. So we would sit every day, me, him, and another one of my artists, Hood. We would sit down together and we created like mixtapes and we would do projects. And they like, yo, you run the point on this, and we're gonna be the artist. And the moment we get out, we're gonna start, you know, putting stuff out and this and that. So I was telling them, like, listen, it don't work like that. We have to structure it correctly. We have to do step by step, build a proper foundation, and then I'll find the outlets to get us out there. And so far, so good. We both did our time. I was sentenced to 8 years. I did 5 years out of that. Truth was sentenced to 7 years. He did 6 out of that. And we here. Now we both out. Both on the right path. We on the righteous path. Not doing anything negative. And we putting that fire out.
Well, I know I got sentenced to 6 and I did 4 years, 5 months, and 28 days, but who's counting?
So you understand what it is.
Yeah, too many of us threw our lives away, or like years of our lives away. Granted, the only I feel blessed is I was 18, so I got out at 23, and I always joke prison is an old man or a young man sport. It ain't for old people. But all of us, and I don't know, I ain't going there, but all of us did stuff to get locked up or whatever. And I'm sure we had that moment while we were in there where we're like, what the fuck was I thinking?
Catch an epiphany. And you kind of look at it like, listen, my life could go in this direction, it could go in that one. But as you said, teamwork make the dream work. So we have to hold each other accountable for the good things that we can do as well. You know, a lot of times you're ridiculed and you go through certain things where people just down you for your situations. Like, listen, you don't know what I went through. Like, we don't know on a daily basis what the other person's going through and what they have to do to get to the next level. So in order for us to get to where we need to be, if we have talents and we have other things that can benefit us in a different way, we have to keep each other accountable to be positive. And sometimes it might take you pushing your brother or pushing your friend to show their greatness. It might take where they don't have the energy to do it or they don't have the belief to be like, nah, we're going to do this. I'm going to do this part for you so you can believe a little bit more to do that part. So that's what we came up with, and we on it. So like you, I'm thankful to be on Real Talk right now with you, Jay. And the funny thing is, China Truth don't even know I'm on here. But guess what? We talking about him. We talking about the music. So I'm doing my part to make sure that he's pulled in, and he's going to do his part to make sure I'm pulled in different things, and we all doing positive things.
Yeah, we all need that Angelo Dundee, that you're the greatest champ. You got this. Like, because
exactly.
I've been doing this for like 2 years, and I got 2 friends, Legit and Karki, who are in my ear going, bro, look what you did in 18 months. Where will you be in another 2 years? Like, every time I want to throw the freaking laptop out the door and like go, I'm done. They're like, you got this. You got it. You're doing it. You're grinding. You need that Angelo Dundee in your ear, man.
That's dope, man. That's dope. And it's good that you got friends like that. So keep them around and make sure that you push them the same way.
Well, yeah, because when I got out, I had to make a decision. Like, I'm not going back to my old friends. I'm not going back to the street. I'm done gangbanging. I'm done.
People, places, and things.
Yes.
They have to change. So we did that. And, you know, like, some friends are still good, but those they have to be friends that's on the right path.
Or at least they gotta be respectful enough to not pull you into their dumb shit. Because I got some friends who still do some dumb shit, but at no point would they ever drag me into it. They'd be like, Jay, get out of here.
Oh, I cut people off. I did my time straight up. Ain't nobody go down with me.
Right.
Did what I had to do. And guess what? I'm leaving all that behind and we're going in the straight path. We're gonna get further. And it's been working.
No,
consistency is key.
it's such a blessing to have met everybody at OTH because they're all such on a grind and they're focused on what they want to do, and we're all working together, and they're very inclusive, and it's been so great. Like I've said this before, huge Vikings fan, world's probably biggest Vikings fan, but I got to talk to Alexander Madison of the Vikings because of OTH.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
shout out to Shug, man.
Awesome.
Shout out to Big Shug. Shout out to Freeze, SK, and the rest of the team, Cuzzo, and everyone else.
Hell yeah. And before we move on, let's play Visuals by Trying the Truth, just because it's my joint right now, and everybody needs to hear it as much as they can.
Trying the Truth, y'all tap in with it.
Triple S Films.
It feel good when you steppin' more jealous. Peep the print, that's the for the sweater. I'm about to upset them, hope nobody copy me. Let that knock out the trunk where the chopper be. In the trench playing ghetto Monopoly. Know my dead ones is looking, they proud of me. Still looking out for me, how could I ever switch? When I'm north in the war, gain intelligence. I told COVID.
Real talk, real talk. Shout out to China Truth.
I've said this before. China Truth is the fucking truth. And at some point, somebody's backing a Brinks truck of money up to that dude.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that dude's about to get paid at some point. Somebody, the right people, the right person can hear him.
Link up, man. Come on, hit me up for bookings, for touring, for all that. Let's connect.
All right,
we listening to all offers. Come on.
All right, I got some more questions, but before we do, I got a quick word from Freezus over at Overtime Hustling.
Overtime Hustling.
What's good? It's your homie, Freezus Christ. Y'all know the deal. Make sure y'all head on over to overtimehustling.com where you can catch all the latest merch, all the newest mags, all the media, everything, know what I mean? And you can also find me on Winging It with the homies Keith G, King Dale, and Payne Gusto. And you can catch me on Turf Tales with the homie SK, as well as Backblocks, you know what I mean? And if you got nothing to do on Sundays, even if you do got something to do, make sure you tap in the Overtime Reactions hosted by the homie Cuzzo. And I cannot forget the homie Jay over there at the Yankee and the Brit channel. So make sure y'all go over there and check them out. And hey, check me out, your boy Freezus, on that Real Talk with Jay. It was a hell of an interview, yo. Gotta do it again. I keep saying it because I mean it. We gotta do it again. I had a great motherfucking time. But anyway, you know who it is. Freezus H, OTH, Yankee and the Brit, Winging It, Turf Tales, Overtime Reactions, Chronicles Podcast. You know the drill, Cush's Corner. It's a motherfucking movement. So move with it. Or move out the motherfucking way. Simple and plain.
Overtime hustling, we hustling overtime.
All right, everybody, take your ass over, cop the newest magazine. Make sure you pick up the music, pick up some merch. Our boy SK, and Freeze is going to burn to death one day because he won't change his smoke alarm battery. But I'm just putting that out there. Like,
straight up, he over there playing with the baby bag all the time.
So,
SK.
I was going to ask you this, and I'm not going to lie, I was a little ruffled that you brought it up on Turf Tales because I wanted to catch you off guard. But I heard about this podcast Behind the Wall with you, Suge, and Tiny. Whatever happened, man?
It's on the way.
So I got to ask you, as somebody who went into the joint in '96, how does one record a podcast while locked up?
Well, all right. So So what we first started off doing was it came out the gate. So Les would use his phone and record it through like another phone or something else. I don't know.
Okay.
That wasn't working for me. I'm like, listen, we're not gonna do botchy stuff. Find the best app we can, like voice record and stuff like that, and then we'll do it from there. So I would be on the phone. I would call either Les right away or call my wife. Three-way, another person. Okay. Get a person. Either I would be in a phone booth with the person, or I would have that person call their family and then call my peoples, and then we all be on the line. So it'd probably be like 6 of us on the phone at a time, fighting for time slots and doing all kind of stuff just to get the interview in, because I wouldn't give up. I was in a position where I'm like, yo, these things could be life-changing, and I'm not gonna let innovation pass when we have the opportunity for right now. So we be on there, and I be like, yo, I need this phone, I need that phone. This person got to get on. They be like, yo, we ain't letting the fucking rape on the phone. Or we not letting this. I'm like, yo, he got to get on. Like this is big. I do this for us. And coming through, you know, I was once in the streets and stuff like that. And then coming into prison, I'm like, listen, this is a different mindset. We have to push everything behind. But I was telling people like, yo, listen, we're doing something positive. So respect the positive that I'm trying to do. And although, yeah, he might be, you know, in a position where he's a rapist, we got to get him on the phone. Like, he has to have a phone slot because I'm doing this behind the wall shit. And what benefits me benefits us. And we would get him on. We was on there for hours, days at a time, for hours, just to get the best of the story. And we came up with some good stuff. But I'm not ready to put it out just like that. We need the budget behind so we can make it, you know, big. Billboards on Times Square and other places so people could really know what's going on, man.
So you talked to everybody on there, sex offenders, it didn't matter.
Well, I got about 30 episodes so far. So we have sex offenders, we have murderers, rapists, not rapists, murderers, rapists. We have scammers, we have people that just got caught up, people that caught DWIs, because the main mission is not about necessarily the crime. The crime tells one aspect of the story, but it's to deter people from actually following the footsteps to do those same crimes. So it gives a breakdown into what happened and what can happen in certain situations. So we're not there to be like, oh, well, let's glorify this rapist. No, we be there to be like, how can we stop other people from being raped? And how can we stop people from falling in line to where they feel like rape is okay because it's not okay? But the sickness and the history that comes with it, it needs to be broken down in a way that everybody can understand from urban perspective and from a multicultural perspective. Like if everybody silenced the rapists, then they just gonna continue to be predators and unheard, and nobody will know how to save their children, how to save their niece, how to save a family member, how to save a stranger. But if we bring this to the forefront, then, you know, I want to commend somebody like Tiny that's done something horrible like that, but has changed his life, and he's also willing to show his face. So once he shows his face, puts his voice out there, put his name out there, then guess what? He's more liable to walk in a straight path because he's exposed the wrongs that he's done to show people like, listen, I want to do right, but this is why I did wrong. So him going through those things, he exposed that he was once abused. He exposed that he was on drugs. He exposed that he was going through different depression issues and stuff like that. So all those things came full circle in that case. And it's like, we wouldn't know these things. We wouldn't know why he felt like it was okay unless we had the conversation.
No,
raw and rugged.
That I never looked at it that way. I like the way you put that out there. Why you did it? Because when you said like you got to put the rapist on the phone, I was like,
why?
Okay. Well, yeah. And then I'm sure it was by you guys, but where I was locked up, they got no play from anybody. You know,
yeah, which normally happens. But when you outcast people, sometimes to know your enemy or to know what's going on with. How do we protect ourselves if we keep putting somebody in the corner? Then guess what? At any given point, they can attack us because there's some tough rapists out there.
Right.
You understand? Like, and not to be like, okay, well, we're gonna work with them to just make it better, but like, how do we find a solution? I'm a father of 2 daughters. I want to know how to stop some shit like that. I'm out here to actually make a change. I want to make a change, but if you just silence everybody, if you silence every criminal, then guess what? Crime is going to keep happening behind your back because now they know enough to not speak in front of you. But if you open a certain door, then we'll be able to pull certain information that can help us in the long run to make sure that these things don't happen. I'm a person that really wants something that change for the youth and for just people right now. Decision making is the hardest thing to change, but you have to show people different examples of what not to do.
No, and I'm impressed with your way of thinking because most people don't think that way. My first reaction wasn't that type of reaction. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My first reaction was like, really, a rapist? And then you explained it, and I'm like, oh, that makes complete sense. But you were thinking on a whole nother level than most of us would have been while we were in there.
Appreciate that. Another thing, too, with the diversity of how we had the cast was, 21K is my boy, but still in all, he's a person that's not incarcerated. He's a white American, and he looks at it from a different perspective that somebody like I would. You understand? So that changes the dynamics of the show in questioning. Because I'm looking at it, because he was looking at it like, why the fuck you talking to this guy? He's a piece of shit. Why you in the dorm room with him? Shouldn't somebody just cut him and fucking and beat him up and stuff like that? And I'm like, yo, it don't work like that. Because the moment I jump up to just stab him for the sole fact of him being a rapist, guess what? Then I don't get to see my family and protect my family. So that doesn't make sense. So we was on, and I'm telling you, episode after episode or conversation, we get 3 questions in. Next thing you know, he's like, fucking piece of shit. And the show's over. I got to go talk to this guy. Like, yo, stick in it, man. Like let's re-record. And we got so many episodes of stuff like that, man. It got highly intense. And I understand that you would have the anger. I have the anger. But personally, and not saying I wouldn't protect a stranger, because you definitely want to protect strangers, but in the case of that specific person, he raped his stepdaughter. So this is someone raping a person that was near and dear to him. He has 3 kids with the girl's mom. And, he was married to her mom. And he raised her from her being, I think, like 3 or 4 years old up until the time where the stuff happened, where she was about, I think, 6. Well, she was like 6 or 8 when the little things first started happening. And it went on for a duration of time. And the sickness in something like that is like, you would want to protect that child. I definitely would want to protect that child. But now this guy is 10, 11 years into a prison bid, and that little child is now in her 20s, and it's like, yes, I would want to protect her, but the system protected her. So if I do something to him in a negative way right now, then that's going to take me away from my family. I'm not willing to do this at this point unless needed. But contrary to that, my part to help the situation is to expose it in a different light. So hitting somebody in the head, being violent and stuff like that, it can have like harsh repercussions. Putting somebody on a platform where their face is exposed, their name is exposed, and their whole image, it takes things to a different light, because now they're not easily able to be a predator at all. And as I said, I want to make this clear. From what I believe, from the point where I met him, 10 years plus past his crime, he showed change. So me meeting him from jump, I didn't know. You see people all the time. You don't know that they do stuff like that. He seen that I was doing positive things with the platform, and we was having a conversation. And he was like, yo, listen, I would love to be involved in stuff like that. So I started asking him, like, what's your background, like this and that? And he told me that. I'm like, whoa, well, I can't really work with you on that. But what I could do we can expose some of this stuff, and we can come from a different angle. So you're still able to be on the platform. It might not be the way you want, but we can help lives. And he broke down all the steps it is of what made him be a predator in different ways. And, you know, he's remorseful in his ways. But I told him, you got to prove that. And you got to prove that not by me, by the people. So I'm out here representing the people.
No, it's an amazing way. Like I said, I didn't look at it that way. You were like way beyond my train of thought while I was locked up, because for my first 2 years, I was still like, I'm a royal.
But you went in at a young age. So honestly, me, if I was 18, I wouldn't be thinking this way. I would think like, yo, how do I just fucking crack his fucking head? Like, being honest.
Right.
That would have been my train of thought then. But like I said, a wife and 2 children later, I have to think like an adult. And a person that's in a position where I've put in years of work on a professional level, to just throw it all away for that in the meantime is like, no, how can I come with a different angle that's going to actually help people and see things a different way? And it opens up the conversation for many things. So now you have people that's out there doing all kind of stuff. Somebody can second guess and question them and be like, listen, I see you doing these type of things. Like, they could hear the podcast and he'll let go. He'll note some of the things that he was doing in a sneaky way. Now somebody could look and catch a predator. They could see that, you know, these drugs or these scenarios, or in his case, I don't want to break down the whole thing because I want people to go check out the podcast. I got you. But I'll relay a few things. Because like I said, we have hours and hours of different things. And I'm actually going to have him in a physical form because he recently got out of prison.
Okay.
Which is another new thing. I have yet to see him, but I do want to invite him to a show to continue it on, where we can have like a real one-on-one with, like I said, where people could see his face and see what's going on. You know, it's a different level of exposure.
The fact you were smart enough not to trick off your own life while it locked up to do something. Like, I spent an extra 6 months in there because when in Wisconsin, when you go to the hole, every 2 days you sit in the hole, they add a day onto your release day because you got a mandatory release and then a discharge, right? So there's that. I chased my release day for 4 or 5 months, 28 days for going to the hole. Like, so even that 6 months was not worth giving up for the dumb fight I got into in the chow hall. So you think back on it, you're like, I could have been home 4 months ago if my dumb ass wouldn't have went off.
I ended up coming home 2 years early.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
By doing the right thing, by making decisions to do the right thing to get out, because I wanted to be with my family so much and get back to this career.
Hey, that's perfect for anybody.
And I wanted to be on Real Talk.
Yeah, that's the mindset. If you look, just the difference, that's great for people who are watching. I went in buck wild, spent 5.5 months more than I needed to. You went in with a different mindset and got the fuck out early. Like, it just proves like your mind controls everything, a long way. Your future.
Yeah. It's better on this side.
So I can't wait for those to come out. I'm excited to hear those.
Behind the Wall podcast. And before Behind the Wall podcast releases, we do have Behind the Wall magazine, and that'll be out within the next couple weeks.
See, you guys are doing it, man. You're doing it.
OTH magazine is live. We've already we put out a preview of Behind the Wall magazine within OTH magazine already, and the reviews was good. People loved it and was expecting it. Now we got a full-fledged totally different brand, Behind the Wall magazine, Behind the Wall podcast, and it's coming out. Actually saying, you know, getting in situations and doing what we have to do to make the ideas a reality. It's going to be out.
So, let me know when it's out, because then I'll let everybody else know, because I definitely want to read the magazine, catch the podcast. You got me intrigued. I'm ready. I like, as much as the crime bothers me, I want to hear what this motherfucker got to say now.
Like I said, it's not only based on that crime. You know?
No, I get that, but I'm saying that alone has got me wanting to hear what this motherfucker's got to say, where never in my life would I have ever thought I would say, let me hear what this rapist dude's got to say. So, no, you're opening my eyes, too, in the process. And I'm 44, and you're just like, Eric, open your eyes. Check this out.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Appreciate that.
Well, tell us a little bit about Nino Brinkstruck, man.
Well, Nino, that's my young boy Spaz, but he goes by the name Nino Brinkstruck, young artist from Flatbush, Brooklyn. I'm actually kind of, behind the scenes with helping him with his project to kind of get him on multiple platforms and do distribution and stuff like that. But Nino, he's a hell of a kid, very talented. His whole art form of doing music, and he collaborates with different genres. He's doing live bands. He dresses a certain way. He's talking that talk. He's actually a rapper. He can, like, he's rapping. You can understand what he's saying, and then he has the creativity to just get in the zone and bring you in with his music. He's from, like I say, he's from Flatbush, Brooklyn, like I am. So I'm in full support of Nino.
All right, well, we're gonna drop Flamer's freestyle, but as you guys watch this, I know he doesn't say that, but I was dead waiting for that chick to be like, "Hey, Craig, can I borrow your VCR right quick?"
Yeah, but that's regular street stuff. And Flame was the remix is from like one of Meek Mill's tracks.
Okay,
so it's just like a remix. He just used the beat and put his touch to it. But yeah, shout out to Nino Brinkstruck. Shout out to Hybrids as well.
Yeah, Flamer's freestyle. Check it out, guys. You'll see why Backblocks fucks with this dude.
Yeah.
Hey. Niggas know what the fuck going on, man. Ain't nothing to talk about. We're gonna get right into it. Give a fuck about a thought, nigga. Last bitch did what she wasn't supposed to do, so she got dropped, nigga. Man, I'm all about my guap, nigga. I dropped scam and picked up the trades, ate your facts, now my knots bigger. Now it's more bitches, more trips, and more liquor. And if I ain't hit, then I'm sure one of the dogs clipped her. Watch your wings, cause I'm sure one of the dogs will clip you. And free my niggas doing time, they all born official. Now I'm in a different league, a different game. Probably few shits that's similar, but I swear that we ain't living the same.
You got $20.
I got $20. Don't play with me.
I got 20. A 5 at least. A 5.
You asking for a 5?
I guess you get a meal at Texas.
I'm not getting no fucking meal. Don't smoke that shit. Stop. Bye.
Can you video me?
Yeah, bye. Mostly y'all niggas live and look the same. I'm Mary Jeans, Leo Sneaks with some ice while I'm keeping it plain. My new bitch say I drive her insane. Well, if she put up with my bullshit, then I know she gon' get anything. I'm the pilot that's flying this plane. New climate, cool island, still styling while frying my brain. Still fucking them spots without pieces, that's reading. Shots after splits, flips after shots, yeah, niggas speeding. Still packing out through all of the seasons. Damn near lost everybody that I love, so I got a reason. The old head surprised that I'm breathing. I told him when shit falls, you know I ain't leaving. Ay, for this breach, yeah, I'm causing the treason. And I will never brand a strap unless a nigga squeeze it. Bah!
Yeah.
Craig, can I borrow the VCR right quick? I don't know.
She asked for $1, and she like, "Can I have 5 more? I want to go to the chicken spot." And they like, "Come on, don't try to run the game on us. We know what's going on."
It worked.
No, she got the 5, but
right,
go eat if you're really gonna eat. Then she like, "Can you guys video me?"
Right. Yeah.
Stop being a junkie if you want people to go video. But hopefully, people see that and understand that it's regular street content and not to use drugs. That was kind of like the message. But they still spitting that flamers.
Speaking of using drugs, so that was your nephew on Turf Tales, right?
Oh yeah. No, my little cousin.
Did he spark off a thing in the comments with his
what was that?
stance on marijuana?
Yeah, Leo Ganza, he's crazy, man.
The comments had me dying. Even Zag was like, "Mute him." Like,
marijuana is marijuana, man. To each his own.
No, it is. Like,
Have fun
with it. Cool. It was just the comments were hilarious. It's a life of their own in those comments, though.
Yeah, because he jumped in. As a rapper, you going against a whole culture.
Yeah,
you can't like. I was like, leave it alone.
God, stand for what you believe. If that's what you believe, man. Like,
yeah, but then he also went to say that he smoked some weed recently. So he was speaking down on it. Then he's like, but I get what he was saying. Like at this point, is so much different levels of growing weed that you really don't know what you're smoking. Some of the people, so I get that aspect. That's why he kind of like stopped. Like because he don't know what it is. He just like regular weed, and these flowers with all the crystals on it, all the different colors, all the different names. He said it's too much for him to keep up with, and so many people are, showing that they're addicted in different ways. But as a person who understands marijuana, I know that people go, they smoke for different reasons. Some people smoke, the sativas and the indicas because they want to high. Some people want to low. Some people deal with health issues and stuff like that. So to each his own. People are fighting cancer by smoking marijuana and maintaining different things.
A super negative, the way I get why people did when he said it, but the way I took it was more out of love. Like it almost felt like he was like, "What are you motherfuckers doing? This shit is off the hook." Now I don't agree with him, but I felt like it was coming from a real place of caring, not just to shit on people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But his delivery was a little rough, so.
Yeah, but aren't we all a little rough on when all of us tuned in to
a lot of people can't take it, Jay.
Well, this is real talk, so fuck them if they can't take it.
Exactly.
All right.
Or like my boy SK would say,
Yeah. Quick 20-second drop from Yankee and the Brit.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jay from Yankee and the Brit telling you to come over and check out our shows. The Yankee and the Brit Sports Talk, Well Beyond the Arc, the Markout Podcast, Flagrant and Foul, Real Talk with Jay, and MMA Underground Weekly at YouTube.com/The Yankee and the Brit. Deuces.
All right, guys. Also, 3rd and Long coming before the college season starts for football. And I said it before, OTH, Yankee and the Brit, me and Payne Gusto in August coming with a show for you. We're going to drop some music. It's going to be a lit show, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. I'm excited to do something with Payne Gusto because that dude's fucking hilarious. So that should be a good time.
Congratulations to you guys as well.
Well, thank you. And so now back to the music, man. So always New York and SoCal, but New York's blowing up, SoCal's blowing up, Atlanta's on fire. I've been talking to dudes from North Carolina. That scene is lighting up. Oddly, the Wisconsin hip-hop scene, thanks to DJ Hayes, who's going to put out an album for all the local artists, like it's heating up. A lot of shit is going on. And if you guys don't know who Wizco Kid is, go check him out. He's actually pretty good. He's from Green Bay. Check him out. So it's out the playoff of Wisconsin, Wizco Kid, if you want to check him out. But, man, the music scene everywhere is blowing up to the point where I don't even listen to, like, signed artists, it seems like, anymore, besides maybe Griselda. Like, it feels like everything else is either really old or, like, I'm finding all of these these people out there grinding, trying to get their shit out there. There's some talent that is so being missed on the internet.
Yeah, that's a fact.
It's
I think you're about to get into that King Card soon, huh?
Yeah, we will. We definitely, yes.
Okay.
This King Card.
King Card go hard, man. And, y'all going to catch him with Turf Tales. Y'all see him in OTH magazine. Me and Card been friends for about 20 years, man. That's my guy. He's been putting it in. Card came up on the battle scene. Battle people like Murder Mook, beat him. Sirius Jones, 40 Cal, T-Rex. All the dope people that like really pioneered through the battle scene within like New York City and other places as well, through the Fight Club, through Smack DVDs and all that stuff. This is before all the URLs and stuff like that. So he's one of those people that started off from early, and to this day, this day and age right now, he's doing what he got to do, rebranded, and he's back on it for real.
Well, let's drop them the High Off Life freestyle real quick, and then they'll know what you're talking about.
Yeah, let's do that.
HighOffLife.com. Get lifted.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's Mike Sick, Tupac, yup, in my white tee. I'm not a franchise boy. I'm a franchise boy, and Brooklyn's in the building right now. King Card, what's up, man?
Yeah. Brooklyn forever, man.
Ooh, let's go.
Forever New Money. God's twin brother, King Card.
Long time coming with this one, too, right?
Yeah. Hell yeah. World worth the wait, though, man.
I know it is, man. I know. Z-Rich said, I know my partner got some heat. We got to get him up here.
Yeah.
It's been a long time coming, but we here now. We're in Atlanta, live hip-hop daily. The underground goes through us. High Off Life TV. Let's go.
Brooklyn forever. God's twin brother, King Card, forever New Money. Shitting me? It's about to get dark in here. Look, yo big homie ain't even head of his household. How the fuck you follow that bum nigga? How he a role model for young niggas? God nurtures fools and children, and I ain't here to coddle y'all dumb niggas. Turning Instagram models to cum sippers. Drunk face flee, both middle fingers up in my club pictures. Walk past my old friends on the line, they can't come with us. It ain't no love for them niggas, they chose they side already. Lost me when they crossed my heart, and I hope they die already. God forgive me, at times I'm petty, I'm at a point I don't believe nothing, you gotta show me, not just tell me. Niggas get shot and survive, act like they Machiavelli. Niggas beefing with rats, I ain't with all that Tom and Jerry. I was stuck down on my luck, I played that McDonald's heavy. Right down the street from the high school like Robert Kelly. No pedophile shit, I was trapping it. Trying to get the girl off my hands like child trafficking, hold up. I used to look up to him, but now I laugh at him. I outsmarted them, out-hustled them, outlasted them. They said it was up and it's stuck, they down bad again. Do it what's in their power to make me a proud dad again. Oh, that's how it's happening? Your goofy ass went and blew your real money and booby trap, how embarrassing. That's why I don't deal with amateurs. Make mines now, breaking pies down like when Tommy killed Angela. Your boss will never pay you enough to be his neighbor. A whore never loved me enough for me to save her. I'm hustling to be greater. I have to be jerking off in a napkin if it's anything coming between his paper. See, this business how I raise my kids. That's why I take it personal. One time to play with my money before you make me hurt you. Waiting for you on your couch like you wait for curfew. Bow your head like when you pray a circle. Give me what you owe me, this for Kamora and Kobe. Go call your rapper friends, go run and get all your homies. Spitting all of their faces, tell them all they can blow me. King Carl from the life of gang, you fucking jabroni. What you niggas on, powder or something? You want the shit slapped out you or something? Cause nigga, why is you frontin'? Always the nigga that want beef, that end up plant-based, on the wrong side of the concrete. Nigga always wanna tell you what nigga said. Come on. Then he be the nigga who said what the nigga said. Act like he don't know you when he getting bread. Call you and tell you he love you when he in the feds. Plastered on the cover of the Newsweek. Soon as you think they clean up the streets, they do a new sweep. They had your little man in Spofford for like 2 weeks. He came home working with cops, Martin and Blue Street. I told you not to trust his little sneaky ass. Then he told on niggas and got an easy pass. Had to shut the spot back down. Drug game turned to a circus when they started throwing pies at clowns. It's one big joke to these niggas. Mean they can't say the feds taking pictures if they posting the pictures. It's no hope for these niggas. Whole circle is toxic. No, I don't fuck with niggas, cause niggas be doing cop shit. Only thing worse than a dry snitch is a lie snitch. Get you jammed up in some shit you ain't involved with. One you drop dime, the one who you sold the dimes with. You doing time and he ate boogie. That nigga timeless. Funny they caught your man with the keys. He ain't been locked since. So much money thought he was dreaming till he got pinched. Now he on some hot shit. Heard he about to drop hits, but not a label. It's federal agents that he signed with. Trying to hide out in solitary confinement. Recanted his statement, it's too late for the mind switch. All I know about cop shit is when I cop shit, I cop and get the fuck out the spot before the cops hit. Them crackers how you scrubbing the toilet, cleaning up cop shit. No, I don't fuck with niggas, niggas be doing cop shit. And my trap house jump like marsh pits. 20 pounds make the trunk smell like armpits. Turn your brain chicken lo mein with the chopsticks. A lot of niggas pop shit, they just not this. You crazy? You kidding me, man? Mike Sick, I appreciate you, my nigga.
Brooklyn's in
Brooklyn
the band.
forever. Long live K Slay, you heard me? Lifers.
Ooh, right? Like, and you can feel it. You can feel him feeling it. And that's what I love about music. Like China Truth, I can feel what he's saying in his song. You know, like I can feel King Card, like feeling what he's saying. And it almost makes you feel like just a tiny bit you know him.
Yeah, that's a fact. I'm going to do you one better. I'm going to make sure both of them send Real Talk exclusive freestyles.
Oh, that would be dope.
Based off of Real Talk and everything that you got going on. And they both going to go off.
That would be fire.
Consider it done.
So, man, what you got coming next, man? What's the moves that Backblocks is making next, and 2 parts? When are they going to take that guest host off your name on Turf Tales?
First off, we got Deadly Designers. So Deadly Designers, which is out. So I got a lot of merch. Got clothing. We got Turf Tales podcast every Friday. We got Behind the Wall podcast about to drop soon. We have OTH magazine, issue number 28 coming out within the next month or 2. I got Behind the Wall magazine coming out in a few weeks. And a lot more things. It's a lot more things. Some things I can mention, some things I can't. The only reason that I don't want to mention is because then people are going to be like, why is it not out? Why is it not out? Why is it not out? But one thing for sure, two things for certain, definitely working. Have a lot of things going on. Still take bookings for photo shoots and video shoots. Another project that we have going on that I could mention is Doppelgang, which is a documentary that we're working on about like the uprise of like the Bloods and Crips in New York City scene from like the 90s and early 2000s. Some of the impact that it had and the stuff that's going on now to the like the woes and chos and a few other things, but it gives a history about like the gang culture that adapted from California and other places, Chicago, and came into New York City and, you know, did good for some, did bad for a lot more. And, you know, like I said, my main mission in these projects that I work on is to be informative for one, give the real talk to it, give the history, and to try to deter the youth from making bad decisions. So if you give them what it really is rather than paint a light on it or try to just get people to see the glorification in the negativity, then that's wrong. That's not the mission I'm on. But I'm here to give the valuable information for people to know what actually happened or what's happening and then what we can do next to make a change and be the difference. But those are just some of the projects. And then, like I said, there's a lot more things that I'm attached to and I'm proud of. And it'll be a lot of things being dropped consistently.
No, that's going to be a good documentary. And it's a good time for something like that because Shotty, 6ix9ine, they brought such a light on what was going on, you know, even though I just heard a song called Fuck 6ix9ine. But like everything it brought it to light. So more people are aware of like the blood culture and that kind of thing. It's a good time to drop a documentary like that for everybody.
I'll just go on record like those dickheads, but it is what it is.
No, but I'm just saying how people are.
No, I understand.
Aware. Yeah.
No. But listen, they made an impact, and you can't never deny something like that.
No, I always joke. Even my friends who don't.
They make Brooklyn look bad.
What was that?
I said they made Brooklyn look bad.
Yeah, no, because I got friends who will say that shit wouldn't have rode in the 90s. Like it's a different game.
A lot of that shit don't fly now. It shouldn't fly now. With a lot of people, it don't fly. But this is the day and age where, you know, I say it a lot of times. The internet is God. You know, these social media platforms and stuff like that, where people are living a facade, and you know they buy into things and they believe anything. You know, they go on for the highlights that other people have. You know, people live day to day in this day and age based off the highlights of somebody else's life, where they have that moment to take a picture or make a video and seem like the world is all great. And, you know, it's opposite of reality. So people are trying to keep up with what they feel is always lit. It's not always lit. Not for everybody. Not for me. Not for anybody. That's why I appreciate shows like Real Talk, Turf Tales, and all the, you know, Behind the Wall. Like these are real things going on. I'm a person that, you know, I done ran through a few dollars, but I have my ups and downs. I have my good days. I have my bad days. And I'm going to give people what it is.
And the world's definitely changing from when I was young, because I grew up in Chicago, and I hear from friends now, like, bro, it ain't the same. It don't matter what gang you're in. It's all about crews now. Like you'll see GDs and Kings working together, which in the 90s we've never seen. And they'll turn on their own people because they're making money with other people. The game's got fierce. It's got wild. And I'm glad I got zero part of it.
Yeah, it's crazy. Shout out to Chicago and other places that's, you know, heavy into the different cultures of music and stuff like that, and working with each other. So that's the beautiful part about like music, where people can work together to change lives, change their family lives, and people, you know, behind the scenes. That's the beneficial things. The negative things that come out of it, where kids are killing each other and people find a glorification in that, that's kind of corny. I would hope that, you know, it is what it is. It's going to continue to happen in different ways. But I hope that people see the message of them being successful from nothing means more to them than another person chasing down their op.
Yeah, and with Chicago, it's everywhere, but I can speak on Chicago. So like poverty breeds crime, it breeds violence.
Yeah.
Chicago was literally set up to put all black people in one place when they back when people were moving for work, and then they quit giving money to those communities, and then the housing projects. How the fuck does a mother parent her child from the 18th floor? Well, her kid out, you know, and
needs
like,
a
so
chance
this
to go
was
outside
Brett.
and live. I understand.
Chicago's so systematically fucked, and it has been since the beginning. But you're right, it breeds great music. It breeds some great people. Like, one of my favorite hip hop artists is Cassius from Chicago. I just did an interview with Leo 2 Times, who left Chicago to get away just to do his music, so he didn't end up one of those statistics of Chicago. Like, as much as I love the city because I have so many memories there, I'm real sad to see where my city ended up too.
Yeah. Shout out to first of all, sorry to cut you off, but Hida Hundo. Hida Hundo is one of my artists that I work with. One of my good friends. He's from Chicago, from the east end of Chicago, and he's laying it down, doing the right thing, putting out some good music. And Chicago has a lot of artists. I know you mentioned Cassius. I like King Von. I love Dirk. It's a lot of artists, and I can't really tell the difference between every artist coming out of Chicago, of what gang they in or what side they from, whether it's the east side, west side, you know, if they from Old Block or this and that. Like, me being from, you know, Brooklyn, New York, we take in some of the music and we just love it. And the crazy thing that, you know, you find out is that, yeah, you love when this person is saying smoking on a dead op or this and that. Like, we don't like those parts, so we don't understand that that's also somebody's pain within those words. But, you know, they have talent, and I would hope that the guys get past saying some of the negative things to each other, keep creating good music, and just live on and get out the hood, man. Make a change. But what you were saying with the women that have to you know, deal with their children from big floor and the systematic pressures and all the negativity that goes on out there, like, it's sad. But that's why a platform like Behind the Wall Magazine and Behind the Wall Podcast, we speak on these systematic issues that's going on, and we kind of bind the prison system to the streets. And it's to give people in the streets a look inside of what's going on in prison, because it's often glorified. So we'll tell the goods, the bads. We'll bring up stories about the stuff that's going on in current times, and then we'll, you know, we talk about some of the stuff from before, but we try to base it off of how we can change, like what changes can we make and how. So that mother might have a son that's incarcerated, so she might see this product and be like, you know what? Let me find out more things about how I could connect with my child that's in there and help the other children from not going there, and then so forth and so on.
I'm sure it goes everywhere, but like I said, I never lived in New York. I've never lived in Atlanta, but like for Chicago,
many times.
There was a point in Chicago where if the father lived in the home, you couldn't get government assistance. So we created single family homes. It's fucking crazy to me. It doesn't make any sense to me as a 44-year-old who looks back at the shit we did. I'm like, how did grown ass adults who were running shit put other people in these situations? It's ridiculous to me.
Because some people have to stay in power, and if they can't, if it's a lot easier to control a home if the home is unstructured. So if the father's not there, then the decisions that will be made have to come from a point of a person who, like you said, it might be a struggling mother. Not saying that all homes are struggling, but decisions are made in different ways. So she's going to be like, well, I need my benefits. Like you said, like, is he more valuable here, or do I need the help?
So I'm one of the few people I know who came from a 2-parent home. Okay. I got both my parents married. They were together till my father passed. Like, so, and I still ended up locked up. So I can't imagine what a single mother has to do. Like, me and my wife have been together for 20 plus years. My daughter's going to turn 20.
Congratulations.
I couldn't thank you. I can't imagine what it would have been like for her to try to do that on her own, you know?
Yeah, it's rough. And women are some of the strongest beings that we have, and we have to commend them for that, you know, and shout out to the mothers that's doing it by themselves. Shout out to the fathers doing it by themselves. And shout out to the homes where people are just thugging it out to make sure that they make a difference in their children's lives. I was saying this recently to a few of my friends, that this era is one of the better eras of people that actually thugged it out, because many of us that grew up with no parents, no fathers, whatever, we didn't have that influence coming from like you know, some of the older people from the 70s. But for me, growing up in the 80s and 90s, as a child, like, I can count on one hand how much people actually had a father in the home, like for real, for real. So that was scarce. I didn't have that. I commend that, but I am a father that's in the home on a daily basis. So, and a lot of my friends are like, if I have a person that I know that's a bad dad, then you can't hang with us because we don't do that.
No,
you gotta step up to the plate and hold your shit down.
Yeah, and my friends will say some shit to my other friends too, like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? You need to spend more time with the kid or whatever. And we're putting our kids behind the 8 ball from the beginning by not doing right by them. And it's hard enough. Like I said, I came from a 2-parent home and still ended up in the streets and getting in trouble and whatever. But
that was more from the influence on the streets.
And I'm
pretty sure that your parents didn't want that for you.
No, and see, my dad tried to keep me from being like him, which I think made me become more like him, because he was in prison when he was young, got his shit together when he was older, kind of the same path I'm following. But I'm real sad that like there's too many people out there who put their kids behind the 8 ball before it even starts.
Well, information is powerful. So the more information that you can give to your household, the better. And then if you do get into situations like me, I'm open and honest with my children and my family that I've been through an experience and that I don't want to go through that again. So you have to give them the real. You have to be real with your children. If you hide everything from them, then that's gonna be a problem because now they'll go seek that information in the streets, and you don't want that. Or they'll get it from other friends, and they'll make the bad decisions. But you could be like, listen, I went through this, so you don't have to go through this because these are the repercussions if you go through this.
Well, I do know you're a busy guy and you got a lot of stuff coming up in July. So you're temporarily hosting Turf Tales, or are you going to stay on? How's that working? Or you don't know yet?
Well, currently we're just riding it out right now, man. I don't know if I'm a good host for the show. So
you are. You are in 21K and I talk about it.
I've been doing okay, but I feel like I could do a lot better, bring some more to the table, and the better I do, the more that the guys might want to keep me on. Right now, I'm still guest hosting, so let's see what happens, man.
You and Freezus play very well off of each other. You do very well. And SK's the color guy. Like he just jumps in, says some shit, and jumps back out.
See, SK needs a little bit more service, man. He's yet to complete a whole episode without coming out. So
yeah, I don't know if we blame that on the phone or those bags. Hydro get on the way.
All that designer stuff they've been smoking.
Hey, it's like Cat Williams said, just give me some regular weed. Like
regular.
All right, man. Well, why don't you throw out where people can go find some of your merch and stuff before we get out of here?
Well, go to overtimehustling.com, man. Just see me there with many things. I have a lot of other stuff coming on. You can catch me on Instagram at Backblocks. You can email me at clrbackblocks@gmail.com. And, I put my stuff out there and you'll see it there.
So they can get your clothes on OTH's website?
Well, yeah, I have some things on OTH that they can link through. It's Deadly Designers NYC on Instagram. I have deadlydesigners.com. We're about to release that real soon within July. And you can get some of the merch from there. And then soon we'll be releasing Behind the Wall magazine and podcast, behindthewallmagazine.com. Like you just said, be dropping in July. So if you see this later, it's already up.
And
if you see it now, you gotta wait.
For everybody who knows Backblocks, do not be reaching out and be like, throw me some free shit. Give me some.
Oh, yeah.
Don't be doing that, man. This is a business. Go on there, support your man, buy the shit.
Support, man. Y'all be buying all that expensive clothes from people y'all don't know. If you know me and you care, support. Guess what? I had to buy it. So it's an investment. Everybody out here talking about cryptocurrencies and investments, assets and liabilities. I put my money into something and I want to see it turn a little bit. So, I'm not gonna upcharge you.
Hey,
it's called Deadly Designers for a reason when it comes to that aspect, because we trying to kill the other designers out there with them high prices. We give you the same quality, just at a better rate.
Hey, you can't tell, but this shirt is high. It's high quality. It's thick. It's one of those that ain't gonna wrinkle on you when you wash it. Yeah, man, it's just as good as I go through my closet and pull up my Perry Ellis shit, and it's just as high quality of a t-shirt.
Exactly. But sometimes people know one name over the other, so they'll automatically feel like that brand is better, and that's not the case. Plus, this is the era of entrepreneurship. That's another thing I want to mention. This is the era where people are you know, coming with their ideas, and they have to start at different levels. Some people start at high levels, some people start at base level. But you're able to have a product where a person can actually touch and be like, yo, this is what I came up with. And if you rock with it, rock with it. If you don't, then you have the option to not rock with it. But I'm gonna give you some fire stuff. You're gonna be able to go wherever you need to go and look good and feel good.
Nope, that's good. I just want to throw it out there because that's how everybody is right away. As soon as you get some shit, they're like, let me get a shirt. Yeah. Nah, man, order that shit. Now, don't get me wrong. I bought my shit from Suge, and he threw in a bunch of other shit.
And
I didn't ask for it, but because we worked together, I still was like, let me get the FK shirt. Let me get a bunch of those magazines. Let me get, and then he just threw some other shit in, you know.
And that's how you do it.
Yeah.
Support who supports you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, man. I kept you double the time I usually do for these shows, so I appreciate you giving me your time. Go get it, man. Go cop that merch.
Go cop that. We got all kind of flavors, man. Different designs, different things. We got hats, shirts, suits, whole bunch of stuff. So go out there, make your brand. You can get caught up in different situations. Not saying that you should, but if you do, don't give up. Don't give up on your family. Don't give up on your responsibilities or yourself. Your dreams can still come to light. You can do podcasts. You can do videos. You can be an artist. You can do whatever you want. You can go back to school. You can continue education. You can learn how to read. Give it your all. You know, just don't give up and stay solid. Don't go to 6ix9ine right. Don't go tell on people, man. Don't do that.
Right. No,
but then also for the people that's out there, this is another thing that I stand strong on. If you don't do the crime in the first place, then you won't have to deal with the repercussions of somebody telling on you.
Just a quick little funny
Find your lane
story.
and stay out the way. Go ahead.
Before I let you out. So when I was locked up, they kept coming to me and going, give us Popeye. We'll let you out the fucking door. Just give us Popeye, right? So I'm not going to throw his Christian name out there because I don't know how much he wants to know. But I'm sitting in Jackson prison. I'm about 2 years in. I wake up one morning for count. I look, the dude next to me, I looked at him dead in his face. It was Popeye. I said, I should have told on you. One of us would be free.
Get his ass up, right?
That was our joke, though. I always told him, you should have stayed out because I went in. Now that you came in, I feel like I should have told on you. Like,
God damn it. Shit. But shout out to you for staying solid, man. You got to stay solid.
Hey, and just like you said, just don't be doing the dumb shit. It ain't worth it.
Don't do it.
Ain't
Stay out the way.
Ain't no street cred worth a fucking thing once you're an adult. None of that means nothing.
Get a job, find a hustle that's positive, sell clothes, come up with your own creative ideas. You can do arts and craft. It's so many things that you can do. You can literally see somebody else doing something and ask them, yo, how can I do this? You can figure out a median in between. You don't have to know much. It's your network. Build a network of people and figure out, yo, how can I get involved? How can I learn something? It can be power washing. You can be driving. It's so many different things that you can do. Stay out the way. Everything negative is not the way to go. And if you don't know any better ways and you're watching this platform, then guess what? You have a way. Mimic what we're doing. Just
I clean aquariums, bro. But
follow the format of real talk.
Because I didn't want to work for anybody else. I clean aquariums for a living, fish aquariums. Like, but that's my thing. I can't work for somebody else. My brain just can't handle somebody else's shit. So I did that. And like you said, you can do this. We're 2 years in. Go watch us on Spotify, guys, because we're already monetized on Spotify. We ain't there on YouTube yet, but on Spotify, we're already monetized. Like, you can get there.
Yeah. And that's a beautiful thing. But for the people that's watching, if you don't know what you do out there doing and you want to try to figure it out a little bit, you can reach out to us. Hit us up on Instagram, email us, figure out a way to just make something happen. I'm pretty sure that a lot of people that just might be clicking on this or following it have different passions that they want to do. They might have a show idea or something, and you don't know the first step, so you might be nervous and scared to take the first step. Hit one of us up or just follow the format. The same way he came in with an intro, he did a body of work, he added a few things in, he personalized it, he branded it, and now we about to do an outro. Follow the same format and do what you got to do. It's so much money out here, so many different ways, and we just want to see more positive people do positive things.
And if you're anything like me, you'll hate everything you make till you watch it and fix it like 3 times, but that's the process.
Don't worry about stuff like that. That's minor stuff. Listen, We on a hit show right now. Jay, you done made something special. This is real talk. You doing things from afar, and you making it happen. Listen, I'm a fan of the show. I'm on it. I'm a guest. Soon I'll be an alumni, and I'll be back on time after time. We got China Truth on here already. You got King Card on here already. You got Nino Brinks. We got so many more things, and this is how we do. We're making it happen. This is the dream.
No, I've been very blessed with this. I got to talk to a lot of amazing people. I've got to network. I'm in contact with a lot of the fighters, the artists, the other content creators. We all stay in contact with each other, and we bounce things off of each other. We like do all of that. I don't know what I would do if it wasn't for OTH and Street Beef Scrapyard.
So I got a question for you, right? Tell me 3 different people that you wish to have on your show at some point.
Well, China Truth, definitely.
Okay.
I need to talk to that dude.
Yeah, that's done.
And then, well,
people, period. It can be anyone, big or small.
I was going to say, in a perfect world, I'd get Cassius on here after he was on.
Okay.
Yeah. And let's go with Griselda, because that's what I'm bumping the shit out of right now.
Okay. Benny the Butcher, Conway.
Oh, big
West
fan
Side
of Benny
Gun.
the Butcher. But I have to say this, there is a big difference between old Benny and new Benny, but okay.
Tell me about it real quick before we get off.
Well, I'm a fan of both, but I like old Benny better. Where
like old Benny better.
His voice kind of changed as he got older, and I still like it. But the old Benny is what I grew up on, and like
who put you onto them?
Benny the Butcher.
Yeah.
I don't even remember. It's been so long I've been listening.
So quick story. The way I came across Griselda, like on a bigger level, because we've had them at OTH magazine. They've been there. But I know people that know them personally through being incarcerated.
Okay.
So a bunch of people like, oh yeah, Backblocks, yo, you doing this, you doing that. I want to connect you with my guys. You know, before he's Benny the Butcher, he's 2 Chain Benny. I think, yeah. He was 2 Chain Benny from Jump. And they like, yo, we got to connect you. And they would show me pictures and stuff like that and try to link it up. But I've been on them for a while, man.
I think
like I said, I truly appreciate the craft.
I think Charlemagne the God turned me on to Benny the Butcher. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think it was Charlemagne.
That's what's up. But yeah, that's some goals. So we got China Truth, you got Cassius, and you got anybody from Griselda, but preferably Benny.
Yes, and then and then if just you got to have goals. Like I said, I want to do a music video one day. Like I want to record it and edit it. I want to do a web series. But I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna knock this documentary out. I'm gonna keep doing the real talk on Yankee and the
Put it out there. You already put it out there. Manifestation is important, and you got somebody that's done many films and videos and stuff like that. So I know all the steps of what to do. So even if you come around one day, I give you the camera, give you the ideas. You do it like this, you do it like that. We get it done. As far as China
guys
Truth,
like you, Grizz been talking me through some of the stuff he does with his videos.
I shot the Cloud9 video for Grizz.
Man, I don't know if you know this, but Grizz knows it, and everybody who watches, I bumped the shit out of Cloud9.
Yeah.
All right, guys, knock some shit down. But Cloud9 video is raw, and the best part of that whole video,
he wanted it that way, yeah.
When he walks past that no smoking sign laughing, I am dying. I love that song though. Like,
yeah,
it ain't even.
He wanted to keep that video nice, raw, rugged, and like make it look like a base level video. So we did that. He came with the idea, and he just wanted to be regular neighborhood stuff. Like keep it basic. Let's go. But like make sure everybody feel like they over here smoking with us.
I felt like I was skipping school.
Huh?
I felt like I was in high school, skipping school, getting high with my friends. Like, yeah, it was great. Like,
yeah, that's what's up.
I'm a big fan of Grizz too, but Cloud9 is my favorite song by Grizz.
Copy that.
Which is funny because you told me it was kind of like a fuck off song for him. Like nobody wanted the beat, and he was like, "Give me that beat, I'm gonna make this song." So like,
he made it happen.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
Thank you so much for giving me your time. I could talk to you all day.
Appreciate you.
I'll let you get out of here. I can't wait to see you on Friday on Turf Tales, man. And remember, you guys,
every Friday till they kick me off, man.
Every Friday
they're gonna take guests off as a guest host. They're gonna make me the main host. I'm gonna do a couple more shows, maybe a couple more seasons. Then they're gonna kick me off for being myself.
Stop it.
But guess what? The moment they kick me off of Turf Tales, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna come to Real Talk and host with you, Jay.
There you go. There you go. No, you're doing great, man. You're killing it. And anybody who watches Turf Tales, it airs 2 hours after Real Talk every Friday. We're kind of your pregame warm-up.
Yeah, shout out to OTH Magazine. Shout out to Overtime Hustling, the brand as a whole. Shout out to my co-hosts, Freeze and SK. Thank you very much for having me, Jay. Shout out to everybody that we spoke about. My name is Backblocks, Behind the Wall Magazine, Behind the Wall Podcast, Deadly Designer, and so many more things. I appreciate y'all. Good luck and Real Talk. I'm out.
All right, man. Thanks for stopping by. One world, one love. Deuce.
Yeah.
Everything's polluted. The environment, the government, the schools, you name it.
This radio person is the whole problem. Are we going to allow this guy to be heard by anyone who can turn a dial?
You out there? You listening?